Hey guys, today I'll be comparing Goku's Mastered Ultra Instinct / MUI and Gaster in a universal time on Roblox. So the reason I'm comparing these two stands is because I've been hearing that both of them are going to become unobtainable soon, so I did want to make a comparison video of them so I can kind of like showcase which one's the better stand to have. So hopefully this little video will help you guys out a nice amount, and hopefully you will enjoy it. So now let's go ahead and get into the comparison. Okay, so now we're going to be starting off with Mastered Ultra Instinct. So, this power, I think it's the easier to get out of the two. Well, at least I've been able to trade only you can, not trade, but I've found, 3 Dragon Balls, and I've just gotten, Gaster once. I probably could have gotten it twice, but yeah, I traded off my Red Heart for a Dragon Ball some time ago, so yeah, I did not get to make a second one, but overall I found 3 Dragon Balls, and I found, I just was able to make 1 Gaster. So it kind of shows the difference between the rarity. At least from my experience, Gaster was much harder to make, and it took much more grinding for me to make it. So this one is still insanely rare, and also the value should rise up if the rumors about it becoming unobtainable is true. So if you scroll down, you can see the Dragon Ball. So it has a spawn time of 1 second and a spawn rate of 1 in 7,500, and the song that it plays will be, I think it's a Dragon Ball Z Kai opening music. I forgot what it says, but I think it's a Dragon Ball Z Kai opening music. So it's kind of detectable. It's not the Ultra Instinct music, but it's a Dragon Ball Z Kai opening music. So that's how you know when it spawned in. And then, so once again, 1 second spawn rate, and then 1 in 7,500 despawn time. You can also get the Dragon Ball from Dio, which you can get it from, you have a 1% chance of getting it from Dio, same with Bone for Sans. So I got it from Dio once, and I found it from just trying to look for it twice. Just it spawning it randomly, so you can get it from Dio as well if you want to grind on Dio, which is pretty nice, and it is way easier to get from Dio. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about that. So I'll be giving you guys the stats now for those who want to see the stats. Actually, I'll give you guys the crafting info. So to craft the stand, you're going to need to use the Dragon Ball on Hamon. So Hamon, you're going to go to the shop. It's going to cost you 50,000. Let me find the shop. That's the shop. So you go over to the shop over there. You're going to buy Hamon for 50,000. Then use your Dragon Ball on it. And then you're going to get MUI. Now I'm going to go ahead and get to showcasing the moves. So if you click on M, you can see the stats. So it has SSS plus on damage, SSS plus on speed, and then SS on health. So you have 500 health on base, but if you use the awakening, you're gonna double your health, and then your damage is gonna be higher, your speed, and everything's just gonna be better from that. But the stats say it's still the same, but you guys will be able to easily tell that it's way stronger when you use the awakening. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and show you guys the passives and the attacks. So we have the first passive, which is you have a 1/3 chance of countering your opponent's attacks. So it's really useful for fighting Dios or just other players. It's not as good if you're on the non-awakened mode, but it does a ton of knockback, but it doesn't do as much damage on the normal mode. But it has really good knockback, as I said earlier, and it does a bit of damage. So that's the first passive. Really, really nice. The second passive is when you awaken, you're still gonna have the 1/3 chance of countering, but it's gonna be way stronger. If you see the art attack, which I'm gonna show you guys soon, it's gonna do that, but I think it copies the same damage that your opponent did. You digged out the grain of salt, but from my experience, I think it's similar to the damage that your opponent dealt to you if you're in the awakened form. And now those are the 2 passives for this one, and now I'll go ahead and show you guys the attacks. So the awakening and the non-awakening have the same attacks, but they have different damage and stuff. So the awakening, you're gonna deal true damage. So the normal form will not do true damage, but if you awaken, you will do true damage, and that will make it so blocking will not, if your opponent blocks, that will not affect the damage that you deal to them at all. And also, if you're fighting an opponent such as Sans, true damage will allow you to break through the little dodging thingy, and then you're going to be able to kill Sans in one hit. So, really, really nice. True damage is really, really nice to have. Really helpful. So, that is that. And then the instant punch, which is all it does, 1.5 times the normal damage. Really good. That's like my favorite attack on this. And then you're going to have faster walk speeds, and then you can fly faster, and I think you can fly forever, I think. And then you're going to gain the second passive, which is the even better counter. And now I'm going to show you guys the Awakening, for those who want to see that, because I don't really want to show the base form, but this is the base form, 360 view of that. Still pretty cool, but not, compared to like some other ones, the Awakening form especially, it's insanely bad. If you have the Awakening form, I would consider it to be pretty much the best PvP stand in the game. It's insanely good when you awaken it. Okay, so now I'll show you guys this. So it does have a cooldown of 1 hour 20 seconds. It will end once the song, the Ultra Instinct song ends, like shortly after the song ends. So I do want to say that. And then you're going to have a cooldown of 1 hour 20 seconds. But if you do die, you're going to be able to use it right after that again. So if you have, the first attack is, if you hold E, you're going to slam. Actually, I want to give you guys a 360 view of this. 360 view of it, pretty similar, but you have this aura around you now. So if you hold E, you're going to slam the ground, doing like 83 damage. I think they nerfed this attack. It used to do like 200 damage, but now, if you get like a critical hit, it does like 100 something damage. But now, for me, it only does like 83. I'll do one last one so I can show you guys. But this one has a very small cooldown compared to the other moves, so you guys can see that. Pretty small cooldown, like 83 damage on each of them. So they did nerf it, I think, because it was too OP, but still really good stuff. And that's probably the worst move on this one, besides maybe some other ones. So we have all, which is the instant punch, my favorite one. So you can attack like a group of players, you just gotta like pass through them. So if you click on all, you're gonna like teleport a couple steps ahead, and then you're gonna do a crap load of damage to your enemies. So you guys can see that. You won't be able to use an attack while you're doing, like, you have your arm out. That's telling you that you're still attacking. And while you have your arm out, you won't be able to use any other attacks. The cooldown is a little bit long. Not too bad, but it's a little bit long. I thought, did they make the cooldown less? I thought it was way more than that. Let me go ahead and try it again. But yeah, it's really good. Okay, never mind. They did not lower the cooldown. Just that I was talking. So yeah, that is that. Insanely OP. And it has a cooldown of 18 seconds. The jump has an 8-second cooldown. We have T, which is Spirit Bomb. This has an insanely long cooldown and a super long wind-up. So you gotta be careful when you're using this. But you click on T. I'm gonna go and give you guys like an aerial view so you guys can see how big the radius of this is. So you're gonna charge this up. You're gonna tap on wherever you want to throw it. So I'm gonna try and throw it at these dummies over here. I do not know, because sometimes it doesn't work, or maybe it does work. Maybe I just don't think it works. But sometimes I feel like it doesn't work at all. So it kind of confuses me sometimes, but it has a 60-second cooldown, and it does a ton of damage. And it has a really wide range, a really long range. The next one that I have is Kamehameha, which is F. So you're going to punch your enemy, and then you're going to throw a Kamehameha. So I'll try that out on this dummy right over here. So this is F. Let me show you guys that. Okay, F. Here it is. And then you're going to shoot a Kamehameha at your enemy. It does a really nice amount of damage. Has a 24-second cooldown, but insanely strong. So, F. Really nice. Yeah, V, which is instant transmission or the teleportation. So this one's pretty much like a movement thing. You guys can see V. I'll teleport. I don't know why, but my teleportation's a bit glitched on mobile. I don't know why. But it's going to teleport you anywhere between 40 to 50 studs, and it has a 6-second cooldown. Really nice. The next one that I have is D, which is the pose. So you guys will see the pose. Can I pose? Or is it only for the Awakening? I'm not sure it's only for the Awakening, but you're supposed to pose and play a Dragon Ball song. Maybe they removed that. Oh no. But then you have Z, which is fly. If you have this one, if you're on the stock form, why can't I move? Oh, there we go. Now I stop posing. You just stand still when you pose. Okay. I just don't have any music on. Maybe that's why. But yeah, you'll fly like this if you're on the normal form. I don't think it lasts forever, and it's much slower. But if you are on the Awakening, it's going to last you forever, I think. Well, from my testing, it's been lasting like the whole entire time. And then you're going to fly way faster. Yeah, you guys can see. Apparently, it's like a 15-second fly time for the normal one. And then we are also immune to time stop, which is really helpful. So yeah, if you find Dio, you are immune to time stop, but you are not immune to Sakuya's time stop. So if you find Sakuya Illusion World, the item that you get from the Watts, you will not be immune to that time stop, but pretty much every other time stop you will be immune to, which is really helpful. So that is it for Goku's MUI. Insanely good stand, probably my go-to stand. And if I ever want a PvP, this is the one that I'm probably going to be using. I'm pretty sure from like all the stands that I have used, it's probably the best one that I have used. And I'll go ahead and get Gaster now so I can show you guys this one. So this one is a lot harder to use than MUI. It does take a bit of getting used to. So yeah, Goku MUI, if you're like a noob player and like say you get really lucky and you get it, it's insanely easy to use. You really don't need to have skill to use it, which is really nice because I'm a big noob at the game and that's how I get killed sometimes. I'm not good at fighting yet. I gotta practice on fighting. I'm fighting my little brother sometimes, but he keeps on glitching. I don't know why, but his character keeps on glitching. But yeah, you have 7 hands, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 7 hands, and that means you have 7 different like powers to choose from. So to switch hands, you're gonna click on Q to go to the left and E to go to the right. So you guys can see that you have like powers from each different hand. So let me show you guys Gaster. So I think this one is much better. Let me I gotta show you guys the rarity for this one actually. I forgot to show you guys the rarity. So you won't have like the extra walk speed for this one, and but you do have an awakening form as well. The awakening form, as far as I know, it only works on PC. Sadly, I've tried it on PC. It's amazing, but if you want mobile, it is a little bit hard to use. Oops, not that. So if we go over here, you're gonna need to find 7 souls, including the heart. So if you go get the heart is the hardest one to get from here. So if I can find the heart, I'd love to show you guys that, so I can show you guys the rarity of it. So we'll play like the Undertale version of Stronger Than You. So that's a 75-second spawn rate with a 1 in 1,000 spawn chance. So I mean spawn time of 75 seconds and a spawn rate of 1 in 1,000. So really rare and kind of pretty hard to get, honestly. Sometimes you can get lucky. But yeah, really hard again. Then you're gonna need to find the 6 souls. They all have the same spawn chance as far as I know. Wait, where did they go? There we go. Perseverance, like that. 350 seconds with a spawn rate of 1 in 50. So they're way easier to get than hearts. So yeah, not too hard to get those the 6 fallen souls. So once you do get the heart, it's gonna be really easy to get Gaster. But overall, it took me longer to get Gaster than it took me to get MUI. So that's just my experience on this. Okay, so now I'm gonna be giving guys like the passives. Does it have any passives even? I'm not sure if it has any passives. So you guys can see here's the menu. It's called Gaster. It doesn't really have any stats that shows you. It just says dark for strength, darker for speed, and then yet darker for durability. So yeah, those are apparently the stats for the stand. Okay, now I'll show you guys the abilities that it has. So once again, I'm not sure if this has any passives as far as I know, but you have like the abilities of everything. So you're gonna have to talk to the mystery man over here. Not mystery man, Gaster over here, and then you're gonna get the mystery mask. That's it, the mystery mask. After you talk to Gaster, and then you're gonna go ahead and use it on yourself, and then you're gonna get his stand. So now I'll show you guys this. So Q makes you switch left, and then E makes you switch right if you're looking at it from behind. So 360 view of the stand. Really cool stand. You have a cool pose when you're doing it. It has no taunts. Goku MUI does have some taunts. I forgot to show you guys that. But this is the pose for this one. You click on Z, you're gonna have a pose. The pose looks really weird, but honestly it's pretty cool too. And then you have like a little cool walk over here. You guys can see that. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna start off with the green hand, if I can show you guys that. There's the green hand. So the green hand does have a few abilities. So if you the left mouse button, or like if you click, I'll just say click or tap, you're gonna put your hand out and you're gonna heal other players. So really nice. So it's gonna put your hand out, not too much of a cooldown, and you'll heal people too. So that is that. If you have all, you're gonna heal yourself. which does heal a little bit of health, pretty nice and useful. And then if you have X, you're going to have a shield. So this is going to block all true damage as far as I know. I let go of it. And it also has a pretty low cooldown time, which is really nice. So as far as I know, it will block all true damage. And also, I don't think Gaster does have true damage as of right now. It might have, but as far as I know, it does not have true damage. So like, if you're using the shield, stuff like the Awakened Goku MUI can break it. But some other stands may not be able to break it, and some stands can break it. So that is that. And also, if you do break the shield when you're under at 1 on health, that is how you will activate your awakening. And your awakening is super duper good. I can't show it to you guys today, but I'll tell you guys about that after I show you guys all the powers. So that is all the powers that you get from the green hand. The next one that we have, the green hand is kindness. So let's go over to the wood one. This one is the hand slice. So let me see if I can show you guys this one, so I can tell you guys what it does do. So let me go over to, let me see if I can get it. I gotta go ahead and gotta find the stuff for the, I'm not so wait. Oh yeah, I think this is determination, right? So yeah, we have the determination slice. That's like it's just a slash, that's what it's called. But wherever you tap the screen, you're gonna throw like a red blade at, and you click on all, you're gonna throw out 3 slashes. So pretty nice. So that is the red one. It has 2 moves that are attack related. Let me see if I can try that on a dummy, so I can show you guys what it's like. Hopefully, I wish those dummies would respawn, but they are not. So 100 damage for that one. It seems like it landed multiple hits, and that one lands multiple 100. So really nice. The next one that we do have is the yellow heart. I really like this one, so let me go ahead and clip it. Oops, wrong one. There we go. So this one is, this one is justice, as far as I know. So let's go ahead and see. So we have this one. You're gonna shoot out bullets, as you guys can see. Wherever your cursor is at, or your finger is at, and you're gonna shoot out like many bullets. It's really good. So I'll show you guys that. 20 damage per bullet, pretty OP, and it has a pretty low cooldown time. And then we have the all attack, which will shoot out a ton of, it's called heavy bullets. It does a crap load of damage. It's insanely good. So that is the yellow one, which is justice. The next one that I have is the bomb one. So this one is bravery. So let me show you guys bravery now. So let me go ahead and see what bravery does. So I do know that the normal bravery attack, it's going to be like a bomb. You're going to set out bombs, and then it's going to do a little bit of damage to your enemies. So you guys can see that. Pretty cool. It does do a bit of knockback as well. So that's the brave explosion. You can see that. Just catches them in the bombs. Let me try it out on attack dummy now. So I can show it to you guys. So attack dummy. And I don't know why I didn't land any hits. It's a little bit hard. They're like standing still. But if they are moving, it's pretty easy to land. So that is the normal one. Then if you use all, you're going to have like a nuke. And it's going to do a lot of explosions. So that is that. It also has a really low cooldown time as well. That's the cool thing about this one. Insane low cooldown times. Oh, these are zombies attacking me. Zombie is attacking me. So, yeah, that is the orange one, which is bravery. Let me go ahead and show you guys the next one, which is, I forgot what this one's called. It is integrity. Okay, so I'll show you guys integrity. This is like my favorite one. I love integrity so much. This one doesn't require skill to use. Well, at least the first move. So let me go ahead and activate it again. Sorry that I died. But yeah, let me show you guys this one. So I think, as far as I know, it only tracks players. Sadly, I cannot get it to work on enemies, but you'll throw out 3 saws, and then it's going to auto-track the nearest player, and it will hit the nearest player a few times, and like each time you hit them, it does like 250 damage or more. So you can 2-saw a non-awakened MUI, and you can 4-saw an awakened MUI, and it has a really low cooldown time. You can just do it at insane long ranges, because it's just going to find the nearest player. So if you're doing like a 1v1 match, like a versus in the battle arena, insanely good. So that is that one. Let me show you guys the other one. So we're gonna shoot all is 6 integrity wheels, insanely good apparently. So let me show you guys this one. You shoot out 6 of them. It has a bit of a long cooldown time, still not too bad. It's like a medium cooldown time. And it's insanely OP. It's like a homing one. I don't get how this thing is so good. I don't know why I can't get to like track the zombie, but still insanely OP. Once again, my favorite one, insanely good. And then we have the light blue one, which is Patience. So let me show you guys this one. This one only has one ability. So let me go ahead and show you guys this one when I respawn. Okay, Z. And then now I can try and show it to you guys. So here's, oh man, a shutdown. So this one is going to be like a Spider-Man one where if you're walking, you can tap on like the nearest target. You're going to go bring yourself over there. And then if you tap on a player, you're going to pull them towards you. And then you're going to do like a very minuscule amount of damage. Like you can notice that you remove a little bit of health, but it's just like towards the health degree instead. You don't see the health at all. So you do pull them to you. I can show you guys again now, which is good. So I can try and show it to you guys a little bit better. Okay, here. You guys can see that. It's a little bit hard to use on mobile, but if you're on PC, it's insanely easy to use and really nice. It's amazing for transportation especially. So, come on. Yeah, it's hard to use on mobile. This power's a bit hard to use on mobile, but it's way easier to use on PC, and it's insanely good for PC. So you guys can see that one. You can grab players or buildings. If you grab a building, you pull yourself to the building, and then if you grab a player, you're going to pull the player towards you. And you're going to do a little bit of damage. So really nice. The next one that I have is Perseverance. I'm pretty sure this is the last one that we have. So let me go ahead and equip it. So this is the purple one. So, wait, is it Perseverance? Yes, it is Perseverance. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you guys this one. So you have 2 attacks on this one. So you have like the one laser beam. You just tap on the screen. And then you're going to shoot out 3 of them. So it does have a little bit of like a medium cooldown time, not too bad. I really like how this power does not have big cooldown times. And now that's it for the normal attacks that I can use at any time. And now I can't show you guys the Awakening's design. It's insanely cool. It's like a big, it's like, you have like, if you see Sans Gaster Blasters, it's like a humongous Gaster Blaster, and then you have 2 hands. I forgot what it's called. But the Awakening, you're going to have 1,200 health, but you'll quickly drain that health. And it's going to drain even faster if somebody's attacking you. So it's not too sustainable for long periods of time. And it's going to take a bit of skill to activate it. As you got to like perfectly time it so you can get the Awakening if you're fighting other players. I mostly see people trying to do it if you're like saying, oh, can you please activate my Awakening? Like they are just asking you to like lower their health so they can activate the Awakening, because it is a little bit harder to activate the Awakening on your own. But if you do get good at it, you can activate the Awakening fairly easily if you do get good at it. I'm not that good at it, but once you do that, you're going to be able, if you want to use the Awakening well, it's like insanely good. But once again, you have to like you have a certain period of time that you can use it. So what you need to do to activate the Awakening, you're going to have the green heart, which is kindness, and then you're going to hold down X when you're at 100 health. So when you're 100 health or below, click on X, and if somebody just does any attack to you, it's gonna end the shield, and then you're gonna go into your Awakening form, and then you're gonna be able to do a crap load of damage. So let me show you guys this. So it will awaken you immediately after the shield does break. So you're gonna have that big dragon thingy, the humongous Gaster Blaster on the 2 hands. So if you tap or if you click with the left mouse button, you're gonna grab the enemy, but you do have to have your hand out for that. To put out your hand, you're gonna need to use Q for your left hand and then E for your right hand. And then you're gonna move the hand around with your mouse, and then if you left click on the mouse, you're gonna be able to pick the person up and just hold the mouse button down. You can move them everywhere you want to. Just make sure you have the hand down. You have like which is Gaster Blaster. So you shoot out of the Gaster Blaster, it does a crap load of damage. You have to hold it down for a little bit, so you do have to charge it up. But after that, it just does insane damage. I think it like removes a quarter of Dio's health or something like that, or close to a quarter of Dio's health last time I tried it out. Insanely good. And then the next thing that I have is Z. So you have to hold somebody for this one. So if you're holding somebody, if you click on Z, you'll one-shot somebody on your left hand. X, you'll one-shot somebody on your right hand. Insanely good. You can like one-shot anybody pretty much. Just insanely good power to have. As long as you can pick them up, they're dead. And then, but you do have to hurry up and picking it up because you do have a time limit. And then C and V. C will drop people on your left hand if you're holding them, and then V will drop somebody on your right hand if you're holding them. So that is that for the awakening video. So, Gaster, like if you're a noob, Gaster is insanely good if you're a skilled user in my opinion. Especially those saw blades. You have all these different attacks that if you get used to switching attacks, you can quickly switch to different attacks. Insanely versatile because all these hands have like a different purpose, so it's insanely versatile, way more versatile than MUI in my opinion, but you do have to be very skilled to use it. But if you are skilled enough to use it, insanely strong. And then MUI, overall I think MUI is going to be a bit better for like the average player. It's insanely easy to use. You can be like a new player that just started playing, and you're going to be able to kill some people with it easy because just how good it is. But for it to be really good, you're going to have the Awakening active. But even without the Awakening, it's still fairly good. But if you have the Awakening active, it's like on a whole nother level. It's amazing. And once again, it does have a bit of a long cooldown time besides like those weaker moves. And it does not have near as much moves as Gaster. So I'm not sure which one I like more. Overall, I prefer using MUI because I'm not too skilled at the game. And it's just way easier to use overall. And I get to kill people way easier when I'm using MUI. It's way easier to use at close ranges. But Gaster is like more of a long range one in my opinion. And then MUI is more of a close range one, close to medium range. So overall, both are amazing powers to have. But in my opinion, if you're like a non-skilled player, but your MUI is going to be better for like most of the things, pretty much all the time. MUI is going to be better. But if you're fighting an insanely skilled Gaster user, MUI may lose. So yeah, that's just my opinion on this comparison. So hope you guys didn't mind this video being a bit too long. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to 2 Kids in a Pod if you want some more videos like this one. I'm planning to make a video comparing all of the Undertale powers in this game. So you guys can try and figure out which Undertale power that you want. I was grinding ages so I can get all the Undertale powers, and I finally got them all. So yeah, I'll be able to make a video on that for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!